Welcome to Network Roundtable. I'm Dennis Deuce, and we are here with Who Are You? This week, our guests for Who Are You and for Friday's show, Network Roundtable, are Don Nocera and Robert MacPhee. And we are going to give you guys a chance to get to know these two in a way that you probably haven't before. So, we also have, as always, Kristen Drysdale, who's joining us from not behind the camera. I'm not quite certain why, but yeah, Kristen's hiding a little bit today. And, oh, she unmuted herself. Kristen, are you going to tell us why you're hiding?
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be now. I guess I'll have to reload.
Don't worry about it. You look really cute the way you are.
Oops, I already pressed it.
Oh, okay, she did reload. Bye-bye, Kristen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's Who Are You? You know the questions if you've watched the show, but just a quick refresher. We're going to ask Who Are You? We're going to ask Why 3 times, and we're going to ask that combination 3 times. We're going to start off with this week's +1 superhero, Don Nocera, and I will be starting as the first one asking the questions. Don, are you ready for this?
I hope so.
All right, here we go. Don Nocera, who are you?
Great question. I am, first of all, a mother of 3 amazing children and an author and a speaker and a transformational coach is what I'll just kind of how I'll wrap that up.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because I absolutely love nurturing my babies and helping them be the best little kids that they can be as they grow into being adults. It's my first why.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because I feel that it is a gift to be their parent, and I feel like I have got certain tools and skills as being a coach that I can help them, make it easier than a lot of other people in the world.
Why?
Why? These are all spontaneous answers. Why? Because I had not such an easy time growing up. I was a big rebel, and I decided that I was going to help other people have a much easier time than I did. Yeah, that's why.
I'm taking my wild card, and I'm going to ask you again. Why?
Why? Oh, why? Like, why did I have probably because I was very independent-minded and still am.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Kristen, it's your turn to ask the 4 questions.
All right. Don Nocera, who are you?
Oh, this is even better. Okay, so now I get to go into this deeper. Okay. I am a creator. I am someone who enjoys expressing myself through writing and through speaking and through creating new things.
No, it's coming. Why?
Why? Because it's much better than not creating. No, because I enjoy life, and I enjoy I enjoy discovering what I can add to life. I guess that's more of the why.
Why?
This is a tough one. Because it really feels good to appreciate what I have to offer the world.
Why?
Because I love life, and I think it's juicy, and I love being a part of it.
Namaste.
Thanks.
That's good. I really like that juicy. I was like, ooh, I'm sold.
All right. So my turn?
I guess.
You guess. All right, Dawn and I have known each other a while. You can tell she's a little nervous.
This is like, who am I?
So my good friend Dawn, tell me, who are you?
I am a good friend, and I'm a great, great champion of people that that I'm great friends with.
Why?
Why? Because I think that together we can really support each other, and we can bring a lot of value to the world when we're cheering each other on and lifting each other up.
Why?
Why? Because life is juicy, and we should share each other, and we should lift each other up, and we should celebrate life.
Why?
Why? Because the alternative is war. Because the alternative is just no fun. Because we're, life is beautiful. It's juicy. Why not?
All right. Juicy is the word of the day. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to come out. Thanks, Robert. Your turn.
Oh.
All right.
We've got. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Sorry, I was muted and I was answering in the stream, and then I had to unmute. And welcome to the life of Dennis Deuce and one of his HOAs. All right, so now we're going to turn the tables on Robert, and I'm excited about this because I've only read a little bit about Robert, and only in the last week. And so I'm kind of excited to get to know somebody I don't know through this little vehicle.
Cool.
So
well, I'm looking forward to it as well, and I appreciate Dawn setting the stage by saying, even though, and especially for me now that I've seen it, kind of observed it once, we know what the questions are, but there's something really magical about just allowing yourself to listen for what comes up in the moment. So I'm ready. Give me your best shot.
all right. Well, it's not going to be a surprising shot. At least the questions won't be surprising. The answers will be. So, here we go. Robert MacPhee, who are you?
I am a facilitator. Most people don't understand what that means. Usually I would say I'm a speaker, author, coach, consultant, but in this world I can tell you I'm a facilitator.
Why?
I'm a facilitator because I am also a commitment to lifelong learning, and I believe that positioning myself as a teacher is one thing, but to position myself as a lifelong student is even more important, and I love to keep learning and sharing what I learn.
Ooh, I like that. In fact, the main reason that I made the change from being a roofing contractor to being an online marketer is the opportunity for lifelong learning, because it's changing so much that I have to be learning, and I always loved learning, but it was kind of hard to be learning something in an industry that's like been doing the same thing for 100 years. So that resonates with me. That really resonates with me, Robert. So I'm excited. So why?
Why I'm committed to lifelong learning is because as a father and as someone who just sees the power in the next generation, I want young people to be exposed to a lot of the information that I didn't learn about until I was much older. And I hear from a lot of older people who are around the kind of work that I do and wish they had learned it when they were younger. So part of that commitment, part of that why is to share the information, to share the insights with younger people to make a big difference.
Why?
Because we're in jeopardy. I mean, Don said it, like the alternative is war. The alternative to not continuing to learn and continuing to grow socially, spiritually, environmentally, we're dealing with some serious issues. And education and awareness, I believe, are the key to overcoming and solving those problems that we're faced with.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, Kristen, are you ready for this?
I am. I think so. Those are some good
Take it
answers.
away.
Who are you?
I am a loving father of 3 of the most amazing children on the planet.
Why?
Why? Because why I'm a father? That's funny. I'm just going to tell you what actually came up, because I married an incredibly beautiful and dynamic woman, and out of that came children. That's why I'm an amazing father. That's why I am
this
a
is
father.
a family show, so let's keep it there.
That's
All right, we'll
We don't need flow charts or anything, right?
Flow chart.
Okay. Well, going back. Woo! Why?
Why? So, the more important why, I think, is the fact that I know that who I am is a really great father. And the reason for that is the level of commitment I have to my children, growing up in an environment, again, going back to the lifelong learning, I think, growing up in an environment where they're really capable, they're really competent, they're really confident, they're set up to really be able to thrive in the world and make a profound contribution.
Why?
Why? Wow, it leads me to the same place, because the why, even more so I think with my own children, is because we have so many significant and serious issues that we're faced with. A lot of my work right now is working with colleges and even high schools and looking at some of the issues that they're faced with drinking and drugs and bullying and cheating and those types of things, and making sure that young people today are set up to make what I call excellent decisions based on having a really strong sense of self-awareness, self-confidence, self-esteem, so that they can thrive in school and beyond.
I want to make you dig deeper. Why?
Why? Why is because I believe there's a global shift in consciousness going on right now, and I believe that the key to accelerating that global shift is enrolling young people. And it's really exciting to be around people like the people who are on this hangout today, the people who are engaged in this conversation, who see that global shift going on. But then I go to the airport or to Disneyland, and I see that most of the world is not at all aware of this global shift that's happening. Mm-hmm. And the exciting thing for me is when I work with young people and see how that accelerates the global shift and gets it growing on a much faster level.
Thank
All
you.
right, Dawn, you're up.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Dawn.
You're doing such a great job at this. So I'm going to ask you, who are you?
Who I am is a deeply spiritual being.
I'm just going to breathe that one in for a second. Why?
Why is because I've had the opportunity to learn from some really amazing teachers. I grew up in a world that would defy the notion that I am a deeply spiritual being. I grew up in a very left-brain, organizational, structural, action-oriented kind of environment, and I feel incredibly blessed to have been introduced to the personal and professional development world, to the human potential movement. Not to religion per se, because I don't consider my spirituality to be religious, but to connect to a sense of something much bigger than my day-to-day human experience.
And again, why?
Why I'm excited to have that connection to being a spiritual being is that it gives my life a sense of meaning. For many years, I felt like I was going through the motions and doing wonderful things and accomplishing and creating results and having a great experience of life, but not necessarily having a deep sense of meaning and purpose. And the sense of connection to spirit, the sense of connection to source, the sense of connection to really everything else in the world, other people, and everything, gives me that sense of purpose and meaning to everything that I do.
And why?
Why it's so important to have that connection to purpose and meaning is because it allows me also to make a much greater contribution. I believe one of the huge aspects of our sense of self, of our sense of who we really are, is the contribution that we're here to make, and the power of expressing who we really are into the outside world, connecting with other people, and having that sense of doing what we're here to do is the why behind having that sense of purpose and meaning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you all. Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's a fun
cool.
exercise.
It is, and you know, it's actually really difficult for me to do what Dawn suggested of just being in the present moment and kind of allowing whatever comes up to come up. I mean, I've been around this work a lot. The question, who am I, is actually the first question that we ask in the book that I wrote. It's a core element of all the work that I do with, you know, coaching and speaking, and to just pretend like you've never heard the question before is actually really hard to do. But that was really nice. Thank you very much.
It was interesting because, you know, knowing that little bit about you, like, I was like, how is this going to go? But you did a great job.
Thanks. Well, I had the opportunity, you guys probably saw this in my bio, but I was a director of training for Jack Canfield for 4 years, and Jack is a good friend. He's a mentor. He's a teacher. He's really, his work is more the basis of my own work than anything else. And everything he does is experiential and interactive. And you know, we've facilitated exercises and activities where we have people sitting across from each other and asking a question like this over and over again. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? You know, for 5-6 minutes at a time. And it's similar but a little bit different than asking why. But it forces you to go deeper and kind of peel back the layers, which I love.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been great. Thank you so much. I've really appreciated you guys being on. I've done those same exercises. It was actually a blend of two different things. One was that who are you, who are you, who are you exercise that I did at a retreat that I went to. But the other side of this came from actually reading the book Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh, who's the CEO of Zappos. And that book is the underlying theme of why this entire season is all about core values, because Zappos is all about core values. But he has this exercise he does where just out of the blue he will start asking the questions why to something that someone has said, and he'll keep asking why over and over again to get them to, you know, grasp. And I just went, okay, this question, who are you, over and over is powerful, but what if we did what Tony was doing with this exercise? And I kind of just blended the two together, and it's been so fun to just see how people, it just, I don't know.
Wrestling with it, because I felt like I was wrestling for a while. Like there's something there, you know. I used to wrestle with this all the time, but I feel much more comfortable answering the question, who am I? However, it still felt like I was reaching, I guess, or grasping for something, you know?
Yep.
So great.
Well, isn't that kind of part of life? Like, kind of like that great motivator? We are always grasping for something more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oh, the weekly joke, I got to say it again because I just think it's so funny. Sorry, I cracked myself up. This week's Network Roundtable is brought to you by the letter F and the word friendliness. Sorry.
Good job.
Okay. Thanks. That's my joke for the week. So, yeah, we will be talking all about friendliness this week. I'm really excited to be doing that, and we will see you Friday at 9:02 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you don't know what time that is in your time zone, then I'm not going to go through all of them. So
Get World Time Buddy.
Yeah, get Time Buddy.
Google will tell you.
Yeah.
Yes, Google will tell you. So 9:02 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we're going to be talking about the past, present, and future of friendliness with Don Nocera and my new friend, Robert MacPhee. See you guys all then.
Looking forward to it.